morning, and it is so good to see you all over there. In case you don't know who I am, because I think I haven't met some of you yet, and I'm so excited that I get to meet you today. My name is Mr. Olsen, or for short, in case Olsen isn't short enough, which I kind of think it is, but let's just roll with this. You can also call me Mr. O, or you can call me pretty much anything that starts with an O. Like I've had someone call me Mr. Omo and Mr. Oil and Mr. Owl. Well, no one's called me that yet. I just thought of that this morning. So whatever you think of that starts with an O, you just go for it and you can call me that to me. I will week. Before we jump into all of our coding and learning about algorithms and the competitions coming up and little dogs that help us to code and all those other exciting things, I just want to say once again, happy Freedom Day. This is such a massively historic day in our country's history. Excuse me. And it's so great that we get to spend a bit of it together and think about our legacy. Now, you might not know what a legacy is. I mean, that's just quite a big word, isn't it? A legacy is, what do you leave behind? How are you making the world a better place? And I want to help you with that already now. Even though you're quite small and quite young, you can make a massive difference already by thinking about how can you help other people and make this world and our continent and our country and other people's lives better. So as we think about this coding and as we go through this and all of your learning and all of this, just think carefully about, hey, how could I use this to help others? I'm sure you're going to come up with some absolutely awesome and exciting things, because in case you didn't know, there is in fact a competition. Oh, I think she's going to enter it. Maybe she'll win it. I don't know. Maybe you will. Okay, so what this is that we have the Afrin Evasion by Africa Teen Geeks competition. And what you have to do for this is you need to use technology to solve a problem in your community or school. So if you think about some of the things that are maybe going wrong in your community or school, that's where you live and where you are, what are some of the things that are wrong? Is there a lot of litter? Is there a lot of noise pollution? Is there, I don't know, you know that. Maybe there are a lot of cars that drive really, really fast, or not a safe place for boys and girls to cross the road. You can think about it. You know your community very well. And you can be in teams for this. And what you're going to be able to do is submit, that means hand in your project on Friday coming up, or maybe even Saturday or Sunday. But we're going to try to get it in on Friday, and then we'll see, because you could win. And if you're in a team, you could win a laptop and something called a microbit, which is this really, really awesome little computer that you can use to help you make robots and do such exciting things. There are also Arduinos and Raspberry Pis, and you might not be quite certain of what that is, but don't you worry, they are very exciting, very cool computery robot things that you could use to take over the world. Or maybe rather just help people out. I think that's probably going to be the better thing. All right. So for those of you who are jumping in for the first time today, we're going to be having our little dog over here who we call Susie. Is that right? Is that our doggie's name? Who remembers what our dog's name is? At any point during the lesson, if you would like to say something, if you want to ask something, remember you can put your hand up in the chat, or even just drop a message in the chat, and mommy and daddy can help with that if you're not quite sure. And then you're going to be able to talk to us, because I don't like feeling like I'm just talking to a screen. I know that you guys are out there, and I love to hear from you. All right. So I just want to see if I'm remembering correctly, if this is Susie the dog. Now, Kaylee has raised her hand. Let's hear. Good morning, Kaylee. Is that our dog's name?
Yes, it was Susie.
Ah, Susie. And do you remember Susie's twin brother? Do you remember what that dog's name was?
It was Dennis.
Dennis, well done on remembering that. Thank you so much for that, Kaylee. All right, so we've got Susie, the coding dog, over here. And Susie is going to help us along with our coding journey and helping us to understand a bit more of what is coding, maybe going to ask some questions with us. But before we get into even more coding, I want to ask you, what do you think Susie is doing on this tablet over here? What do you think Susie the dog is doing on this tablet? Maybe just staring at a blank screen? Do you think that's what Susie is doing? If you think you have an idea, put your hand up and then let's hear from you. What do you think Susie, the doggy over here, is doing on this tablet? What are some of the things that you do on a tablet or on a computer? Do you just stare at a blank screen? What are some of the things that we can do on a computer? Can you think? You know what? I think everyone, let's hear from Zara Zaza. That's awesome. Good morning. And what do you think Susie the doggy is doing on this computer?
I think Susie is just coding.
Whoa, you think Susie is learned to code? Maybe she practiced lots and lots. Maybe she was also in a coding club just like us. But we're saying coding so much. Do we know what coding actually is? Who knows what coding is? If someone came up to you and you can even imagine that it's me, Mr. O, and I say, hey, you've been doing coding, haven't you? What is coding? Who can tell us what is coding? What do you understand by that word coding? We spoke about it a bit yesterday, but I know a lot of you weren't here yesterday. Don't worry, we're going to cover all the stuff that we did. We'll pick up on it quickly, but remember, it is also on our YouTube channel and also up on Miss Zora, which if you're not sure what that is, then I will mention it again a little bit later. All right, I think Kaylee's going to be able to help us out because she's just getting to be such a superstar coder. She's been practicing lots and thinking lots about this. So let's hear from Kaylee. Yes, Kaylee, what is coding?
Coding is a language that computers can understand.
Oh, I love that definition. That's so great. It's so good to keep remembering that coding is talking the right language to a computer so that it understands what to do. Because right now, if you just look at the computer in front of you that you're holding, which could be a cell phone or a tablet or a laptop or a desktop, with a computer off to the side and you're just looking at the screen. And if you just look at that and you say to it, go make me a marshmallow sandwich, it's probably not going to do that. And not just because that's quite a strange thing that could actually be very, very delicious. No, it's because it doesn't understand that. We need to talk the right language to computers so that it can understand us. And that's what coding is. And there are a lot of things that we can do with coding. We said we can make games, we can make music, we can control robots. In fact, when you learn to code, it's like you have coding superpowers and you can do pretty much anything that you want, which I think is just so super duper cool. And I can't wait to see what you guys make as you grow up and you know how to code. You're going to be able to help so many people. And that is really, really cool. So today we are going to be focusing on algorithms. Say it out loud with me now. 1, 2, 3. Algorithms. Did you say it? I hope you did, because when you say the word algorithms, you sound like a smart mathematician, scientist, and people will just listen to you. Let's say it together one more time. 1, 2, 3, algorithms. Now, for those of you who are unsure what an algorithm is just a set of steps that we follow to do something. So when we do things in a certain order, well, then we have an algorithm. Let me give you an example over here where we have an algorithm. This is my algorithm for getting ready for our coding club in the morning. So I start off over here. These are the steps. This is my algorithm for getting ready for coding club. These are the steps that I follow to get ready to join you here so that we can all learn about coding. And I start off by sleeping, waking up, give a big yawn, what a big stretch. Oh, do you ever feel like sometimes stretching and yawning makes you more sleepy? Oh, let me not get distracted. Okay, so we wake up. Well, this is how I wake up in the morning. Then I get up and I brush my teeth and I get all ready. And as your moms and dads probably know, I do enjoy that cup of coffee because it just helps me get all ready. Then I often watch some TV. In fact, I did this morning. I watched some TV with my two kidlywinks, my son and my daughter. Oh, they are so awesome. We watch a bit of TV, spend some time together. Then we play together for a bit. And then I come on over to my computer where I am right now and I switch it on and then we get started. So that's my algorithm for getting ready for Coding Club. And you're going to see that algorithms are so super important. Putting things in the right order, in the right sequence is incredibly important when it comes to coding. Let's have a look at another example of this. Let's see if this algorithm works. Because what it is at the moment over here, what you can see is the same steps, they're just in a different order. Let's see if you can spot anything wrong with this algorithm. So to get ready for Coding Club, I switch on my computer, then I wake up and get out of bed. Huh? It doesn't make sense. Okay, let's see if it starts to make sense. Then after I'm all awake and everything I can, then I play with my son and my daughter. Maybe they're still asleep even. Oh, this is going so super. Then I watch TV and then I'm ready for Coding Club. Does that sound right? Doesn't that sound like that something's gone a little bit wrong? What do you see wrong with this algorithm? Is there anything wrong with this? Are there anything wrong with these? Is there anything wrong with these steps that I would follow to get ready for Coding Club? What do you see that's wrong? Put your hand up if you can see anything that's wrong with this algorithm for getting ready for Coding Club. Is there anything, is this fine if I just follow this algorithm tomorrow morning? If I follow these steps tomorrow morning, do you think I would be ready for Coding Club? Interesting. Oh, okay. Let's hear. Yes, Kaylee. Kaylee, do you see anything wrong with this algorithm?
They're starting with the end and they're not putting the beginning right where the computer is.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Yes, well observed. You saw that really, really nicely. That we can't start with, I can't switch on a computer if I'm not even awake yet. That doesn't make any sense at all. So we've got to make sure that when we think about algorithms, we think about putting things in the right order. And I don't know if you've ever done something in the wrong order, but it sometimes turns out quite funny where you do. Maybe it'll be something like this. You're going to have the chance to also have a look at, by the end of the lesson, I'm going to send you something like this. Well, after we do our next game, I'm going to send you something like this, and then you're going to be able to create your very own algorithm. Okay, and we'll talk through that now. So some of the things that we need an algorithm for, we've said are coding, maybe getting ready for Coding Club in the morning. And the other one is dancing. So we are going to get moving this morning, because just sitting down and staring at a screen with drool running down your face, well, that's not going to get you very far. Even if it is a public holiday, we still want to have fun and get moving. So here are some examples of dance moves that we might be able to do. We've got this guy over here with the yellow, and he's doing a boogie boogie. So stand up, let's start doing these, and let's make sure that we know all the dance moves. I hope that you're standing up, put your phone or whatever down just so that you can see what we're doing. You still need to be able to see the screen. And let's do our first dance move, a boogie boogie. Try to move like this guy's moving. Are you doing it? I'm doing it. Hey, that's, oh yeah. Whoa. You getting your boogie on? Oh, that's great. So there's a lot of yellow there. Okay, so let's remember that's a boogie boogie, and that's the kind of yellow block. Then we've got the blue block, which is all about jumping. Do the biggest jump you can. Can you jump? I'm going to try and do a super high jump. Whoosh. Did you do one? I think I jumped higher than you. Maybe not. Let's keep practicing and then we will see. Then we've got this green one over here, and that's a feet close together. And then you can just shuffle on your knees or just move your knees around. You just keep dancing. You don't stop moving. Okay, so your feet close together. They've got to be touching. Can't be any space between them. And then move those knees around and do a little dance. Ooh, I think you got it. And then we've got a purple block. When we see the purple block, we're going to be just using our right foot. And you can jump up and down on your right foot. Okay, so try that. Try to do a little dance where you are only standing on your right foot. That's pretty challenging. Let's see if it's less challenging with our left foot. So this is going to be the red block. So bounce up and down with your left foot. Are you bouncing? Are you bouncing? And this is for the co-hosts as well. Hey, for everyone who's joining us, moms and dads, all of you are with us. Make sure that you're bouncing on your left foot as well. Don't fall over. And then we've got the white block over here, which is 2 feet far apart, far apart. Can any of you do the splits? I can't. My goodness, I think I would just hurt myself. Maybe I'll do some stretches and then try. So you don't need to go all the way to the splits, but you move your feet far apart and then you keep dancing, keep dancing. Okay, good. Okay, that sounds absolutely great. Okay, so let's make sure that we've got all of these down over here and then, okay, cool. And let's see. So whenever we see a yellow block, we boogie boogie. Okay, so let's practice that again. Boogie boogie, yellow block, woohoo, yeah. And then we've got the blue block. And when we see the blue block, then we do some jumping dancing. I like that one. Oh man, I'm already tired. This is ridiculous. I need to exercise more. Okay, and then when we have the red block, then we're dancing just on our left foot. When we have the green block, it's our feet close together and dancing. And then we've got the white block with our feet far apart and still trying to do a dance like that. Okay, are you ready? Do a little stretch. Because what we're going to do is we are going to create our very own algorithms. And the way that we do that is I'm going to ask you which dance moves we should do. So say, for example, you want to start with a boogie boogie. Then we start over here. We'll say the first step is a boogie boogie. And then maybe you want the feet together dance. Then we'll put that one there. And then if you want to do a jumping one, well, then we can put that one there. And then if you want a dance on your right foot, then we can put that one there. So what we're doing here is we're using these colors to show the step that comes next in our dancing. So at the moment, our dancing algorithm is to do the boogie boogie, to do the feet together, to do our jumping dancing, and then to dance on only our right foot. How cool is that? Okay, so are you ready for this? I'm going to count us down, and we're going to start doing this algorithm, and then I'm going to ask you what steps we can do in our 4-step algorithm. So these are like the instructions for us to dance, just like we would give instructions to a computer. Enough talk, let's get dancing. Okay, are you ready for this? In 3, 2, 1. First one, boogie boogie. Are you doing the yellow boogie boogie? Yellow boogie boogie. Yellow boogie boogie. And now number 2, feet together dance. Dancing. Whoa, I feel like I can fall over with that one. Dance, dance, feet together, and then a jumping one. That's it. Jump higher, higher. Woohoo! Oh, don't hit your head on the roof. And then our last one is on a right foot dance. Woohoo! Yeah. I feel like you could also fall over on that one. My goodness. Well done if you stuck with those. Now, enough of me just coming up with it. Let's start this one all over again. Let's clear that out and let's hear from you guys. What do you think should be our first dance move? Put your hand up, or you can even just drop it in the chat. What do you think our first dance move should be from these ones that we chose over here? Okay, let's hear from Zara. Yes, good morning, Zara. Which one do you think we should start with? Which color should we start with? Are you there, Zara Zaza? Okay, we'll come back to you. And I see Rafilwe. Oh, Rafilwe, it's so great to see that you're here with us again. Good morning, Rafilwe. What do you think we should start with?
The white one.
Oh, the white. Oh, do you like that one? Yeah, we didn't do that one on the last one. Okay. So let me quickly move all my other things out of the way so I can move this over here. Oh, that's close, but I'm not quite there. Okay, so we're going to start with the white one, which is our feet far apart, and we do that dance move. Great. I like that one I like that one as a start. And then let's hear, yes, Kaylee, what do you think we should do next?
I think we should do the red one.
The red one. Okay. I like that one. That bouncing on our left foot. That one's quite challenging. I'm right-footed. But that's good. I think that'll help with improving our balance even. Okay, cool. Let's hear from, now let's see if Zara Zaza, if you're able to unmute, which color would you like to do next? Which dance move should we do after that? Are you there, Zara? Okay, let's try Bahia. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but good morning. Which color do you think we should do next?
The boogie boogie.
Oh, I like the boogie boogie. I think that's my favorite one. Maybe. I don't know. I like that. But thank you for that. That was a great choice. I'm glad you chose that one. And then we've got space for one last one. Which one should we do? Let's hear. Can I just choose one? I think it's going to be me just choosing one for you. I hope that you haven't fallen asleep after all of this. Okay, let's see which one we should maybe do. Zara, are you able to unmute? Okay, not quite sure there. Okay, that's all right. Let me choose the last one, and I'm going to choose the purple one. Because you know what? I feel like purple is just such a cool color. And then it's also fun to go from one foot to the other as we go. Okay, are you ready for this one? Okay, and here we go in 3, 2, 1. First move, feet far apart and dancing with feet far apart. Feels like a good stretch for me. And then our second one is bounce on your left foot, dance on your left foot, dance on your left foot, dance on your left foot, and then boogie boogie. Number 3, boogie boogie. I like to boogie. Boogie boogie. Awesome. And then number 4, dance on your right foot. Dance on that right foot. Are you dancing it? Don't stop. We're not done yet. Keep dancing on that right foot. Don't stop. We haven't said how long we need to do this. So just keep going, keep bouncing and dancing on that right foot. My goodness, I'm getting so tired. And let's stop. Oh, okay. Well, if you need some water or anything, then you know what, you go ahead and have that. I'm gonna have some myself. Okay, so that was really great. Well done. And this shows us an algorithm for not only having fun, but for dancing. What you're going to be able to do, and what I will drop in the chat for you in just a moment, whoops, just over there, is I'm going to drop in the chat a file for you that looks just like this. And this is going to be for you to do, for you to think of an algorithm for something that you like doing. This could be my algorithm for going for a swim, my algorithm for painting a picture, my algorithm for dancing, whatever you would like. It doesn't need to be this template that I sent you. You can make your own one. This is something called a flow map, and it shows us one step to the next how we can achieve something or how something is done. So if you would like to do that, that would be absolutely awesome to see the algorithms that you come up with. Okay, and I'll mention at the very end of the lesson, we still have an assignment, a little project from yesterday, and that's all about building a robot and making your very own robot. We'll touch on that again a little bit later. So before we move on to Scratch Junior, and I'll just give a little recap of how you might of how you can make sure that you have that downloaded and ready. Well, I just want to ask you one more time, what is an algorithm? I've been saying it so much and we've been doing lots with it, but how would you say, if somebody asked you, if you know, someone who wasn't watching us came to you and afterwards said, hey, what's an algorithm? what would you tell them? Rafielware has an idea. Hey again, Rafielware, what do you think an algorithm is?
An algorithm is a pattern.
Oh, I like how that sounds. That's a really interesting way of saying that. A pattern. So an algorithm is a pattern for achieving something. But with a pattern, for a pattern, we have to repeat certain things. But if we looked at this algorithm for getting ready in the morning, well, there's nothing repeated in this. But you're right. If this is an algorithm, if this is something that I would need to repeat every day, then it's kind of like a pattern too. That's a very interesting thought. I like that definition. That helps us to understand an algorithm a bit better. And let's also hear from Kaylee. Yes, Kaylee, what would you say? What is an algorithm?
An algorithm is steps that you need to do that doesn't repeat.
Interesting. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily repeat. It might repeat sometimes, but yes, an algorithm is steps that we repeat, steps that we follow in order to do something. And that doing something could be baking a cake, it could be brushing our teeth, it could be getting ready for coding club, it could be whatever, even playing a game or making a game or coding. And that's what we are going to move on to next. So before we launch into Scratch Junior, just because I see there are some people who weren't able to join us yesterday. So what I've got open over here, let me just make sure that I am showing you the exact right screen over there. Here we go. So we're going to be using something called Scratch Junior, and Scratch Junior is available on any tablet or any phone. So this is for mommies and daddies or whoever's there with you to use this to learn how to code. You can get it on an Android device like a Samsung phone or Huawei or whatever that might be. Look for Scratch Junior, spelled like that. You search for that, and then you'll see it pop up like that. This is also available on Apple, on the iOS store, or the App Store. You're also going to be able to get it over there. And if you are on a computer or Mac, then there is actually a version that you can use over there. It's got quite a funny name. I'm going to put that in the chat in case you aren't
I'm trying to think how
that is. So you're going to be able to get that from there if you would like, for Mac or for Windows.
just cut off.
Download it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just download it from there, and then that's what we're going to be using. If you're not sure, then you can also go ahead to misszora.co.za. You do need to create an account over there. And Miss Zora is just such an awesome platform that we use. And especially as you grow up, we're going to be using it more and more and more. Where you can even go back and watch some videos that we've done previously if you feel like you've missed something out. Otherwise, over here under Miss Zora Blocks in About Zora Blocks, we've got links to download Scratch Junior as well. And the cool thing about this is that it is 0 data rated. So moms and dads, you don't need to worry about using up all of your data if you download from Miss Zora over here. Okay, if you do have any questions or anything about that, then please do let me know. Otherwise, let's jump on over to Scratch Junior. Here it is. So when you've first loaded up Scratch Junior, it's going to ask you if you are at school or at home. After you've said that, then it brings you over here. Okay, we've just got one question from Lesejo. Good morning, Lesejo. Yes, how can I help?
I don't understand. Can you please show me how to?
Okay, so you're not quite sure how to download it and how to get that. So this is something that your mommy or daddy needs to do with you on your phone or on the tablet or laptop or wherever you are. So you're going to need to ask them for help. And then on whichever device you are on. So if you are on an Android phone, for example, then you're going to go to your Play Store, where you download new applications, and then you look for Scratch Junior. Scratch Junior. And that's also something you can do if you are on an Apple device, like an iPhone or an iPad or something like that. Otherwise, if you are on a laptop or a desktop computer, I've put a link in the chat, and you can go to misszora.co.za. And from either of those, then you are able to download Scratch Junior Desktop, which is a little bit different than the ones that you use on a smaller device, but it has the same sort of functionality. Okay. So I hope that has made sense. If you have asked mom and dad or whoever's with you, whoever's looking after you, and they're also unable, not sure what to do, then please do let me know. So don't worry about trying to download it and get it all downloaded and ready right now, because we're going to be listening in together, and you're going to have the chance after this, because the session is all recorded, it'll be up on YouTube, and we've got lots of other examples. Then you can go back and then you can do some more coding over there and just play around in it, because it is just so incredibly fun. Let's take a quick tour of Scratch Junior. So when you first start here on Scratch Junior, then we've got a home button. That's the one that we're going to be using the most. And we've also got a question mark, a help button. Now, this is a cool one. If you want to know a little bit more, you can watch that video, and it explains more about what Scratch Junior is. We're not going to watch that one together, because I think you can just watch that in your own time. We've also got some settings in the top right-hand corner where you can change to a different language. If you do speak French or Portuguese, for example, which I know quite a few people actually do, you can swap over to that. And we've also got some reading to do. If you'd like to read lots of people's names, then you can do that as well. And down here, you can see the interface guide. This is going to help you if you're not sure what something does, as well as the paint editor. We're going to be looking at that today. And the blocks guide. So these tell us all the different things that we can do here in Scratch Junior. You're probably not going to spend a whole lot of time in there, if we're honest, because with Scratch Junior, you don't need to worry about getting something wrong or breaking it or it going wonky. That's part of the process, and that's part of the fun with Scratch Junior. So when you have arrived here, you're going to tap on the home button over here. Boop. This will show you, it probably won't look like mine does, because I've already got quite a few projects here and ready. And what you're going to be able to do is, wherever you see this cross, this plus sign, if you haven't seen that before, then you're going to be able to tap on that, because that helps you to create something new. In this case, this is how we're going to start a brand new project. Boop. And here we go. Now it's opened up our brand new project where on a device. So if you're on Android or an Apple device, then you're going to have Scratch the Cat. Now that just doesn't, he doesn't show up on this desktop version, but they can do the same thing. So maybe you'll be able to build something really, really awesome with Scratch the Cat. Okay, so now we have tick over here. And if we don't want to use tick, this is where we can see all the characters that we use on the left-hand side of the screen over here. So if we don't want to use them, then we do a long tap on him, and there's an X, and that's going to help us to say bye-bye to tick. Boop. There we go. Now we're starting with a proper blank canvas for our coding arts and for exploring and understanding our coding and algorithms a little bit more. I want to say our first step in this coding algorithm for getting to learn Scratch Junior just a little bit is going to be adding in a background. So this is our output screen over here. And at the moment, you can see it is blank. We need to choose a picture, a place where our characters and where our code is going to run. So to find that, to find our backgrounds, we go up here to the top of the screen where we've got this lovely landscape, and I'm going to tap on that. And here we have a lot of backgrounds. Ooh, do you see some that you like? Tell you what, which one should we use? If you've got an idea for one that you like, if you see one of these that you really like and you want us to use one, then please put your hand up now and let us know. Which one should we start with? Which is our first background that we want to use? Ooh, okay, we've got a few people who are wanting one. Okay, let's try Zara again. Zara Zaza. Good morning. Are you able to unmute there so we can hear exactly what you want to say? Oh, no, can't quite. Okay. Sorry. And Zara, if you got mommy and daddy with you, you can ask for help. Otherwise, you can also ask them for help with typing in the chat if you're not sure how to unmute your microphone. Okay. And let's hear then from Rafil. You are next with your hand up. Hey, Rafil, which backdrop do you think that we should use? Which background should we use? Rafil, are you there? Oh, no. Oh, yes, Rafil, which one should we use?
The one that's got a trail.
That's got a trail. Is it the second one over here, this trail?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, cool. I actually haven't used this one. It says it's a park. Okay, so it's a park that you can kind of walk along. Oh, this is good. This is going to help us. Maybe we should make our first little animation. Our first thing is a character. We're going to be able to choose one now who walks on over to the bench over here. So follows this trail. I like how you said that, a trail that goes all the way over to the bench. Okay, so let's now choose who our character should be. Who do you think would be in this park walking along to go to that bench over there? Put your hand up if you see one of these characters, maybe one of these boys and girls. Oh, there are even funny things. We could have a mushroom walking along if we wanted to. That'd be quite strange if you were walking in the park and you saw a mushroom that started to walk over to a bench. Oh. Okay, let's see. Which character would you like to see walk on over or slither or fly on over to that bench? Yes, Kaylee, which one would you like to see?
The girl in the red shirt.
The girl in the red shirt. This one over here.
Yes.
Is that her? Okay, great. So we're going to have this girl in the red shirt, and there she is. She looks quite big, and we're going to try to get her to move all the way over there. Now, of course, there is the one way that we can do it. If that's all that we want, is we can just move her along by tapping on her and then dragging her across, and then she's there. Oh, that works too. But what we want is we want her to be able to follow our instructions for doing something. So for that, we need an algorithm. Oh, Dianca has said the zebra as well. You know what? Let's bring in a zebra as well. Okay, so we're going to add in 2 characters here, and we're going to get them to each do something. Okay, so we're going to go on this plus in the left-hand corner, and we're going to look for that zebra. There it is. And we're going to drop in that. Whoa, that is a big zebra. Okay, so there's our zebra. Zebra, you can just hold on just over there. We're going to work with, we're going to help this lady over here, this girl, to go over to the bench first. And then we're going to come to you. Okay, we want to do our algorithm with the right steps. Okay, so here's this girl, and we need her to move over there. Now, I know that there are some of you who have used Scratch Junior before, and you might have an idea for how we might do this. Maybe, what do you think? What do you think we could do with this program to get this girl, this lady, to move all the way to the bench? How do you think we could do that? Interesting. Okay, so let's hear. Yes, Rafilware. Rafilware, how do you think we might be able to do that in Scratch Junior?
Press the sign that says move to the right.
To the right. Okay, is that this one? Okay, because we can always, whenever we see something down over here, let me get rid of that one first. Whenever we see something down here, we can tap on it and it tells us what it does. If you're not sure, if you're not able to read just yet, you're still learning that. That's awesome. Reading is so super cool. Keep learning. Then we can just tap on this. Otherwise, you can always ask mom or dad, brother or sister to help you with what it says. But you can also see what the picture shows us. This one shows us an arrow pointing to the right. Okay, thank you. Yes, Rafilware, you said we should do this one that says move to the right. In order to use the code, we bring it down here. Yes. What should we do with it now, Rafilware?
Now we put the sign that says move to the left.
Oh, and then move to the left. Okay, so let's see if this works now. Thank you for getting us started there. That's really, really cool. That helps us to see that we've got instruction or coding blocks that show up over here, that we are able to see exactly what they do. And when we want to use them, then we drag it down into this space over here. And we can see that this is now the code So this is the code. These are the instructions that we are giving to this lady over here. So we've got her selected up here. We can see her picture down here. So this is for her to do. Okay, now we've got these instructions there. How does she know when she should do them? Maybe if we tap on her. No, that doesn't work. Maybe if we tap on the green flag. Oh, no, that didn't do anything either. Maybe if we just click on this, it'll work. Whoa, there, that worked. Okay, so that got us sort of started. Yes, let's hear from Zara Zaza. Yeah, I think I saw you manage to get your microphone unmuted for a moment there. What do you think we should do? Yes.
Tap on the 2 arrows.
Tap on the 2 arrows. Okay, let's give that a try. Oh, and there she goes. She's just going kind of backwards and forth. That actually looks like a pretty good dance. Ooh, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. It's going kind of strange now. Great. Thank you for that. So that is one way that we can get our code to run. But here's the thing. If we also wanted the zebra to move at the same time, and let's say, so I've just tapped on the zebra over here. I can see the zebra's picture here. And if I want the zebra to just go up and down, to jump. Now, if I want these two to do this at the same time, and if I tap on these blocks that I've got with the zebra, well, only the zebra is doing that. This lady isn't doing it. So we need another way to give an instruction and to tell our characters when they should do something. That's what we call an event. Can you say that out loud for me now? Event. One more time. Event. Okay, so an event tells us when the code should run. And we can find all of our events here in this yellow section. Did you see that? That we've got these buttons that choose different sections. Isn't it so exciting to see it? So many different things that we can do in here. And also like that clicking sound. Anyways, we are now in our events section over here. And let's see if we can figure out what each of these does. Well, this one says start on green flag. Okay, so any code that we attach to this one will run when the green flag is clicked. This one says start on tap teen, start on tap this character. So if we attach code to this block, then anytime this character is tapped, then it will run. Then we've also got this one that says start on bump teen. Think about that one. Because we're going to, I think we might be able to get onto it today, but we might not be able to get it today. Otherwise, we will use it tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to that one as well. We've also got this one that says start on orange message and send orange start message. That might be a little bit confusing now. Don't you worry. By the end of the week, we're going to be able to use these ones as well. For now, we're going to use this green flag event. Now, if I don't have it attached to anything and I click the green flag, see, nothing happens. But if I make sure that these are all clicked on together, oh, that's such a satisfying sound. I love doing that. Then when I tap on this green flag, then this code that is attached to this event will run. Let's see what that looks like. Ah, there we go. So we can have that, and now we can have it look nice and big, just like that. Same thing for the zebra. Watch here how I tap on the left side of the screen and we've got a zebra, an awesome zebra working, and over there we've got some code there. But we want to attach an event. Also this when the green flag is tapped. So now both of these characters have some code attached to them so that when we tap on this green flag, then both of them should move. Let's see if that works. Ha, it did. Ooh, it looks like they're dancing in the same rhythm. Okay, let's get back to what we wanted to achieve at the start. We said we want this lady to walk all the way over to the bench over there. Do you think you're going to be able to help with that? What do you think we should do next? At the moment, she's just going boop, 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 and it doesn't look like she's ever going to get there. What other instructions, what other code could we give to her or attach onto her character that will get her to walk all the way over to this bench? Let's see, what do you think? What could we do? Oh, are you guys all tired already? Have your brains just worked way too much? Maybe. Okay, let's hear from Rafiwa. I think you had a chance on this. So let's give Kaylee a chance and then we're going to come back to you, Rafiwa. Okay. Yes, Kaylee, what do you think we should do? How can we get this lady to move all the way across?
Click on the blue button that has the arrow.
Okay, there we go. I've tapped on it. I've clicked on it. Now we've got all of these. Yes, which one should we use?
And then we need the blue button that has the right, that goes to the
Good.
left. I mean the right.
To the right,
And
yes,
then
this one.
she should go up a bit. Then she
Okay,
should
let's
go up a bit.
Oh, and up a little bit. Okay, good. Okay, so we're starting to get some directions. We don't need this left one because that's kind of moving her away. So look how we're able to, we've got all these attached and there's one that we don't want. Then we can drag it away and we say we don't want this one and we just drag it all the way up there and boop, just let go of it over there and then it is deleted. But we've got to make sure that we attach this one again. Okay, so now our code says when we tap on the green flag, move to the right, and then go up a little bit. Let's see if that's what she does. Ah, it is, but she's not moving far enough. Well, there are a few different ways that we could solve this. I'm going to show you one way, and then as you play and as you explore in Scratch Junior, I want to see if you can figure out some other cool ways for doing this. So I am going to do, let's do it like this. We're going to drag in lots of these. Let's see how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then move up. Do you think that'll be enough? I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's see what she does. There she goes. There she goes. Oh, almost. Are we just going to need to keep dragging in these blocks? Whoa. I think we can see a pattern over here that we've got this repeated again and again and again and again. What if there's a way to solve that, make that easier? There is. We'll get onto that in just a moment. Here she goes, and almost. You mean we've got to get more of these? Whoa. Okay, let's see. Do you think she's going to make it? Go. Oh, so close. Okay, should we do maybe 2 more? And then we can count how many times she went that way. Whoa, look at all of this code. Look at that. Kind of looks like a train. I don't know why. Just makes me think of that. Let's see. There she goes. And then she's going to pop up a little bit. Yes, I'm going to say that she managed to get there. That's very cool. Okay, Rafilwe, do you have an idea for us? What do you think we should do, Rafilwe? Rafilwe, do you have an idea? Yes.
I'm saying that my Scratch Junior deleted the project we're working on. How do I get back to it?
So if you need to get back to a project at any point, then you can just tap on this home button over here, and then you should be able to see your project over here. So here's the project that we were just working on. Okay, so it should be over there. Does that make sense?
Yes, I see it now.
Ah, fantastic. I'm glad that you can open it. So if you ever want to work on a project that you have been working on, did you see there? We tap on the home button and then we're able to see all of our projects. So here are some other projects that I've worked on and that I've worked on with some of you as well when we did this earlier in the year too. Okay, so let's come back here and we can see, let's count these together. We're going to try to count how many times we've said that she should go to the right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Absolutely right. 12. So we could put in 12 of these blocks, or we could do something like this. We could take away all of these and go, bye. Oh, that was a lot of work to put them there. And then do you see there's a number? There's a number 1 as well. Well, if we tap on this, we can change this number. We can increase it, we can make it more, or we can decrease it and make it less. Let's see if we put in the number 11 over here. You see that? I pushed 2 1s, and now it says 11 over there. Do you think that'll work? Let's give that a try. Here it goes, there she goes. Okay, it didn't get us quite there, so there is a little bit of difference, but we don't need to drag in more and more of these blocks. We can just increase this. Let's say 12. You know, let's say 13. Or let me hear from you guys. How many do you think that we need to get her all the way there? How many times do you think we need to move to the right to get her all the way to the bench here? Yes, Zara, how many do you think that we need to put in there? What number should we put down there?
13.
Oh, 13. Okay. I think you might actually be right. I think 13 is a really good estimation, a guess. And I think it's going to work. Let's try it out and let's see if we've got it. And there she goes in. There you you go. It did work. Well done. So I hope that you can see as well with coding, we don't get it right first time. There are very few people who do. That's why we can come back, we can try again, we can take things in, take things out. When we change our code, we call it refactoring. The people who make the biggest programs and applications and those things, they're doing that all of the time. Okay, so we're going to move away from Scratch Junior just for now, just because it's almost time to finish off. And I just want to quickly recap with you what we looked at today. So we looked at algorithms. That was the main thing that we did. And I'm challenging you today to create an algorithm, a flow map like this that shows something that you like doing. It could be baking a cake, planting a seed, going to the beach, whatever it might be. What is your algorithm? Show us the steps. You can draw it, you can write it, you can cut out pictures and stick it, whatever you would like. Maybe, and this is a big challenge for you now, you can think of my algorithm for making my school or community a better place. So you've got to think about a problem in your school or in your community, something that people struggle with, and you can think about how can we make this better. Okay, so that's my challenge for you. There is also the challenge from yesterday, which I'm going to recap again tomorrow. And that is where I've challenged you to try to make a robot. Ooh, a robot. And this doesn't need to be a working robot, but you need to think of, if I could get a robot that could do anything, what would that robot do? What would it look like? So for example, if you would like a robot that can build buildings for you, or maybe a robot that can pick your nose. Let's go for the build buildings one. So a robot that can build buildings. Well, then you need to think of, okay, well, this robot needs to be really, really strong. How can I make this robot look very, very strong? For this, you can draw it. You can make it out of wood that you have outside or inside, whatever you have. You don't need to go out and buy anything for this. Look around the house. What do you already have? And outside, what do you already have? How could you put that together in a way that looks like a robot that you want to have do something for you? Maybe scratch your face or pick up your toys or whatever it might be. Think carefully on what you want that robot to do. Okay, so you got that? I know it's quite a lot to remember now because I've squished it all into one. So first thing, make sure that you do have Scratch Junior, because we're going to be carrying on playing with that, play around with that, try to put together an algorithm for us, and then try to create your robot. Okay. And I think that's all of it from Susie and myself. Oh, Rafielware has a question just before our time is done. Yes, Rafielware, what is your question for us? Rafielware, do you have any questions for us?
My question is, should you do the algorithm on Scratch Junior?
Oh, that sounds cool. If you would like to, you absolutely can. But you can do it on a piece of paper. You can do it however you want. Cardboard, write it down. You can do it on a computer. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can definitely do that as well. So wherever you would like to do that algorithm, as long as we can see, okay, it's moving from one step to another, then that's going to be absolutely great. And then please do send that along to me. If you haven't seen where you can send it to me before, which I think many of you haven't, your mommies and daddies can email me at chris@homecode.co.za, or you can just bring those, have those photos or videos or whatever it is ready, and you can drop it in the chat during one of our lessons throughout the week. All right, last question from Zara Zaza. Yeah.
I had fun today.
Anything we can help with? Any other questions
I
you
had
have?
fun.
Oh, did you have fun? Oh, me
I had
too.
fun
Thank you so much. That's great. I hope that we all had fun and saw that, well, you know, coding is a lot of fun. It can be really challenging, but my goodness, it is so worth it to push through, to persevere, because we can make something really, really awesome that can change the world and can help a lot of people. And I hope that you will carry on with that pursuit. And throughout the week, you're thinking about how can we make our schools and our communities better. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're doing. Thank you so much for spending time with us and having so much fun with us. It was really, really cool. And I'm looking forward to chatting to you and spending some more time with you tomorrow. Thank you very much and goodbye.